Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. Another JoyToy Warhammer 40k figure, and again another Ultramarine, because we don't have enough Ultramarines already, do we? Okay, this is a Primaris Captain with relic shield and power sword. Shield does look pretty good. Nice to have another figure. Ooh, looks like you can see his eye for the actual helmet there, possibly. That's new. Does look pretty cool. I am getting a bit of I'm feeling a bit of Ultramarine fatigue. So many of them, but it looks pretty cool. I love that. The way the face looks there, that inking on the cheek and the whatnot. That's like a render, not like an actual figure. I guess I'll see when I open them up in a second. Please consider joining the Patreon. It's free for 7 days. It helps support this channel. You can cancel any time in 7 days. It won't cost you a penny. Link in the top right of the screen now. I'm going to unbox them, set them up. I'll be back in an instant. Stay tuned. What a lovely looking figure with an added detail, added point of articulation, which we'll look at in a little while. He does look nice. That relic shield really makes a difference. It does need a bit more inking, shading, I think, but it does look good. Okay, what does he come with? So, unlike other figures which come with 4 hands or 6 hands, he comes with 5 additional hands. So let's have a quick look at those. So he has standard right trigger and left gripping. He comes with the opposite. He comes with a left trigger. He comes with a right gripping. He's also giving us the thumbs up there for some reason. Not sure what that is for. That is a left thumbs up. Can't be for his shield, I wouldn't imagine. So that's the new one. And he comes with the fists, which is pretty standard for most Warhammer, most action figures in general, who come with extra hands. He has his power sword here. Nice looking power sword. You can see some inking on the handle, but it sort of fades away to no inking as you get towards the guard there, towards the hilt. Nice looking sword. You have the holstered pistol, the one that he's holding now, except the holstered pistol is actually shorter. Or not big enough, the holster to actually hold his gun. Never mind, it's just a small detail. Looks good. Then is unhelmeted head. And is it as good as the picture? The answer is it is, but the picture had better shading. But that is quite realistic. That looks almost like an Asian, almost like a Chinese Ultramarine head almost there. Very nice sculpt, gotta say. But a bit of inking on that. And that'll look fantastic. Really nice eyes. Look at his eyes. That could be real. Okay, so does he have any issues? The shield is really heavy. His arm can keep it. That's not the problem. His bicep, his shoulder can keep the position, but his wrist cannot. The wrist is just too loose. And so if I pick him up, look, you see it's just moving around everything. That's the wrist moving there. That's not his arm or his shoulder. So the wrist is the issue on this. Let's zoom out a little bit. A bit more, I think. There we go. So the wrist is the issue. They can't hold the weight of the shield. The shield itself does look really nice. Just needs better inking. It's a bit of a paint spread around there, we can see. But the shield does look good. It'd be great if they put some articulation on this. Oh, have they? Have they? It'd be great if they put some articulation on the skeleton. I'm like, they have? Well, the arm obviously pops in somehow, and you can obviously unplug the body from there, but it's not articulated, or is it? It is. Look, there's a joint on the bicep. Okay. So how is that secured into there then? Is that a pin? It's a pin. Oh, look at that. There is articulation of sorts on your skeleton. I don't. Very cool, JoyToy. I thought it was just like a one-piece molded, but there's articulation. That is awesome. Very cool. Let's get a look at him in detail. Lovely on the inking on this pauldron. That looks so good. But not enough on him. The head, you can see the eyes there. Now I will show that extra point of articulation. This part does come up. Check that out. Very cool. I was not expecting that. That's very cool indeed. Loads of things going on here. Here's a lovely looking figure. I just think that makes such a difference, having the faceplate being able to articulate and come up. Okay, I will take this shield off. I'll keep the gun in. We'll look at articulation. So, nozzles move on both sides, but this time the other one, oh, this thing just popped off his holster. The other one, normally this one's stiff, the other one is stiff this time, which is a bit of a shame, but never mind. Head, so we saw the articulated faceplate. Left and right is great. Forwards, backwards is pretty damn good, and side to side is excellent too. Shoulders all around, they are on a ratchet. The shoulder roll is there. Lateral raise, terrible because he's huge pauldrons again. JoyToy sort it out. There is a bicep swivel. Bicep bend, depending on the angle, you'll get at least 90 degrees. You can get more, but then you have to fold it in such a strange position, it won't look natural. Wrist is all directions and circle. Trunk, I'll put that on again later. Good forwards, backwards, side to side, and can turn a little bit. Waist can turn forwards, backwards, side to side together. Forwards is alright, backwards is pretty good, and side to side is small but acceptable. Hips not very far because all the sculpting. Forwards, again, sculpt gets in the way, but it's pretty good for a chunky boy. Backwards is very good considering his bulk, that's decent. There is a hip swivel, there is a knee bend, and these new kneecaps aren't so ugly, so it's pretty cool. We get tippy toe, small dorsiflexation, we get a foot turn, we get a foot swivel, and we get the toe articulation as we've seen many times before. It's nice that I actually raised the hole here for the pin on this holster. This makes it far easier to put in. Okay, so let's get an idea of how big he is, this captain. So to top of the head, he's about 12.4, 12.5. The very top of the figure is around about 16 centimeters. So let's do a quick comparison. Now, if I take my Body 1 Invicta Warsuit pilot, who's also an Ultramarines, who's got loads of highlighting. I use him, you'll see why in a second. You can see that the blue is slightly different. It's a, I want to say a lighter, it's a cleaner, brighter blue on the Primaris Captain. He towers above the Invicta Warsuit pilot. Now, if I take the newly released Librarian, Chief Librarian Tigurius, I think that's his name. And you can see his blue is so dark. It's like it's completely different palette they've used. It's just so disappointing in his blue. But he's a nice looking figure, and he's bigger than both of them in terms of his actual size. His head is, yeah, almost half a centimeter higher, perhaps. But this Primaris Captain is great, particularly with that faceplate that comes up. I think it makes a huge difference. Great looking figure. Let's stick him to the side over here. In fact, let me get his shield back on. Let me just do this, be back in an instant. There we go. You can see he can hold a shield very high. Just the wrist doesn't support it, but the bicep and the shoulder does. Great looking figure. I think he's a really good addition to the Ultramarines. I prefer him to the new Chaplain character, if I'm honest. But that's just my personal opinion. Very welcome addition indeed. So Awesome is always signing out, saying please like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Check out the Patreon. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye bye.